Welcome to the boating adventure. I wish it would stop raining. Raining. Rain, rain, raining. A very good morning to you. It's Thursday, the 18th of April 2024, and this is the first paddle of the year. Unbelievable. The weather in the UK this year has been atrocious, and I was beginning to wonder at the beginning of the week whether I was going to be able to do this at all. But there's a slight window of opportunity today. It is due to rain quite heavily this afternoon, so I need to be back at the car by around about 2 o'clock if I'm to avoid getting too wet. I'm not going to go very far. I am on the Stainforth and Keadby Canal, which is part of the South Yorkshire navigation system, and I've started from Keadby, and Keadby is where the navigation joins the River Trent. So there's a lock at Keadby which takes you from the Trent up onto this canal. Not sure how far I'm going to get. I'm heading in a westerly direction and I'm going against the wind at the moment and the current. There's quite a current on here caused by the wind. So the main feature you can see from the front camera is that the area around here is extremely flat. Hence the problem with the driving winds. So it's a completely different kind of landscape to the pretty canals like Llangollen and the Ashby Canal. But nevertheless, I think it's an interesting landscape. Lots of wind farms here. I've been walking on the hills at the side of the Trent the last few days, and you can just see these wind farms for miles and miles. If I stop paddling, then I just go backwards, which is great for on the way back. I think I've said before, I always try and do the difficult paddle first. So if you're going up, you're going to do a river, I'll go up river first. So when you're tired, you can let the current take you. So as long as the wind doesn't change direction today, I'll be okay. There is a towpath which is on my port side at the moment, and I think it stays like that all the way to the next really significant habitation, which is Thorn, which is northeast of Doncaster. I won't be going all that way today. I'm probably going to do only about 4 kilometers, because I will come across a swing bridge eventually, and it's not one that there's any room to get underneath, and so there's a lot of portage to be done with all my camera equipment, etc. on this kayak. And I think probably by then the weather will begin to turn, so that's my opportunity to turn and skedaddle back again. So let's just turn the boat round and have a look the other way, the way we've come. And you can see there's a swing bridge. I drove over that this morning. There's not a lot of room underneath, so you wouldn't be able to go under it. And there's a power station there now on the port side. I think these types of canals are a stark reminder of what the canals were built for in the first place. They weren't meant for pretty holidays. They were there to serve industry, and the industry in this area would have been predominantly coal and the associated products of the power from coal. So there would have been steel and so forth, and also it's very agricultural around here as well. So you would have had a lot of agricultural produce taken to the Trent along here. When you get to Keadby Lock and you turn to your left, then you are not far from the mouth of the River Trent at Trent Falls. So then you can do a right turn there and go onto the Humber, and that will take you out to the North Sea. So it's a really important trading route. And then of course if you go to Keadby Lock and turn right, then that takes you up the River Trent and to places like Nottingham. So I'm coming up to a road bridge. It's a little way off yet. The launch site that I used this morning I found on paddling.com. Somebody has done this stretch before, and there was a description of the place and a few photographs, which really helped, because to find the landing there is quite difficult. You have to go through a road which has got power stations either side of it, and you just think, I can't go down here. And then you come to a level crossing, and it's not automatic or anything like that. You do have to get out of your car and you have to press a button, hold the button down for about 3 seconds, and if there's nothing coming then it will lift for you, and then you've got It says proceed very quickly. Don't hang around, otherwise the barrier will come down. It's free parking. I don't think anybody's going to collect any money around these parts. And I've got a train at the side of me. Let's get there. This is a massively long train. I came across it on Monday, and it's just seemed to go on forever when you're waiting at a level crossing. That will be supplying some of the power stations that you'll be able to see if you go on the hillside at the side of the River Trent. There are quite a few dotted around this area. When I set off this morning, top tip, I found quite a nice tree branch which I was able to stick into the bank, because there's nowhere to grab hold of. There's no arm coat or anything like that. It's just a grassy bank and a few nettles. So I was able to put the stick in. It doesn't look expensive or anything like that, it's just a stick. So it's not going to attract anybody's attention, hopefully. And maybe it will still be there when I get back, so that I can just get a rope around it. That would be very helpful. There is a landing for the swing bridge, but it's quite high up and wouldn't be very easy to get in or out of the kayak. So we're just coming up to this road bridge. Then the next obstacle is a swing bridge, and that's at Crowell swing bridge. So that's, I'm not going to go any further than that today. Hiya. This is hard work today. So I'm now coming up to a little bit more sheltered part of this canal. There are at least quite a few trees and bushes on my port side, on the towpath side. It's still open on the other side, and you've got the railway still running at the side. My top camera is about to run out of power, which means it's been going for a good hour now, so an hour one way and 40 minutes back, hopefully. So I think it's almost time to turn round. I've certainly enjoyed this little paddle on the Stainforth and Keadby Canal. It's been really good exercise, and it's been great to actually finally get Kenny the Kayak out this year. I have got quite a few kayaking trips planned, and I should have done at least one already, but it just hasn't been the right conditions to not only paddle but to film at the same time. So I think it's time to turn around. I've got a couple of swans there on a nest, so I don't want to get involved with them. So this is definitely turnaround time. They're okay at the moment, but I don't want to disturb them, especially at this time of year. Getting a bit broody. But it's very calm now. The wind has died, and there's hardly any ripples at all on the canal at the moment. Not much in the way of a current that I was expecting, so no help there. So time for a bit of energy. It's one thing you can't do on a kayak. You can't make a cup of tea. Have to wait till I get back. If you do want to get out at all on the way here, there are quite a few fishermen's pegs. I don't suppose they would mind if as long as they're not fishing that you might use them to get out of. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of my first paddle of 2024 in Kenny the Kayak. It's actually turned out to be a really nice day and in a really lovely area. I like the flatlands a lot. It's my favourite landscape is the fens and that kind of area, and anywhere flat. Living in Derbyshire, you would think that I would like the hills, and having spent a lot of my working time working in the hills, I can tell you I prefer the flat. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for all your support. If you haven't yet subscribed, then please press the subscription button, and then you will be notified by YouTube each time I upload a new video. Please give us a like and make any comments, as they do help to bring these videos up the YouTube algorithm. Don't ask me how, I've no idea, but that's what I'm told, that if you make lots of comments and a thumbs up, then it does help. And the number of subscribers is really increasing at the moment, and I think that's all down to people making comments and giving me a like. I now have, after 5 years of doing these videos, my approval rate on YouTube is 98%. So I've only upset 2% of my 114,000 odd people that have watched these videos. So I don't think that's bad going in 5 years. I think there are some other people that would like to have that approval rate, and they're not necessarily YouTubers. Coming up to May, aren't we? Something happening. So thank you very much for watching, and do take care. This stick has surpassed itself in usefulness. It's been brilliant. Thank you, stick. It's a pleasure.